Hi, I'm Corrin from GraceNotesStitchers, and I'm going to be telling you all about 24 hours of cross stitch. So we are about to start in about 17 minutes, not counting down or anything. But I wanted to film now because at midnight I am starting the Zoom room for GraceNotesFabrics. I am going to compile all of this, so you are not going to see this until 24 hours of cross stitch is over, but you can kind of relive it through us if my daughter ends up being on here with me, otherwise for me. So I did finish my Steel City project that I was working on, so I'm not working on it this weekend now. I will show that on my regular Flosstube later this week or next week. I am going to start off tonight. This is my Daily 30 project. Oh, now I know how that happened. I'm going to start off my Daily 30 project with Cinderella. This is where I'm going to start at. And then I'll show you this is Heaven and Earth Designs. Ruth Sanderson is the artist. And I do apologize, I was sitting far back. I wasn't sitting far back, my tripod was further back than we normally have it when we film. So I don't know how that happened, or I probably moved my table when I was sewing last week. And if you're like, why were you apologizing for filming a wet hair? The reason is it dried during filming. So it's funny because I kept running upstairs and I could see every time I paused it, like half of it was dry and then the end, it was all dry. So my hair was like at 3 stages all in one video. So anyway, to me, that's why I don't film in wet hair. It's because my hair changes. I know it's not lovely all the time. Because I just throw it up and do whatever. But anyway, okay, pepperoni rolls are made. I'll tell you later if you really want to know how to make them. So those are ready to go. We did have them for dinner, but now they're in bags. We put them in like plastic storage bags, gallon size, so that we can have them all weekend. So there's no more food prep. My daughter is waiting up till midnight with me because we don't open any of our snacks, and we're going to share a muffin because that's what we're going to do with some decaf coffee. And I'm trying to think what else. I'm going to start Zoom. I'm going to go ahead and start my Daily 30, and that's why I'm going to start with this project, because I can maybe knock out the 200 stitches even before I go to bed. Should only take me about an hour. And then tomorrow when I wake up, I can show you my progress and where I'm going to start. And I want to just tell you outright, you might see me in some pajamas because I do not get dressed before noon. All right, I'll see you back in a little bit. Hi and good morning. It's about 11:15 here, and kind of a crazy night. So I ended up staying on Zoom until 5 a.m. How did that happen, you ask? Well, it turned midnight just as I was signing into Zoom, and my middle daughter said she would stay up. We'd have some muffins and she would stay up and watch a Lifetime movie with me. All right, fine. I can get my 200 stitches into Cinderella. I apologize. I know what I did. I had this all wrapped up nicely for you, so I will make that a thing again. Anyway, I was like, I'll get my 200 into Cinderella, so that's just done. And then when I wake up in the morning, I will be ready to stitch. So we had vanilla chocolate chip muffins from Costco. Not a great thing. They're chocolate chunks, and I'm not huge into chocolate chips in my muffins. So Leanne and I both were like pulling them out and making a pile on our plate. I only ate about half of it. It was just too much sweetness, so I said, save the other half for your dad. And then the two ladies who were on, I went and grabbed my decaf, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to turn everything off, and I'm going to sit here and chat with you all, drink my decaf. All of a sudden, it hit me that I didn't get my points for my stitch along. I don't know. I looked over at Cozy Cafe or something. So I was like, oh, I want to get my 300 into Cozy Cafe. So, you know, while I'm sitting here talking to you, I might as well be stitching. Yeah. So I did. I got my 300 into that coffee cup. So I added all the pinkish peach, whatever color that is, and some brown, filled in the white there. So I got my 300 stitches, and, you know, still had a little bit of time to spare. So chat with them, and I'm like, I've got to get to bed, because I told my girls I wanted to start at 9 a.m. And they're like, start at 9 a.m. or get up at 9 a.m. I'm like, start. So I said, I'll get up at about 8:30, have my coffee, wake up a little, because my hands need time to unwrap. And she's like, I'll get up at 8:50. That was Leanne. Well, she didn't. At 9:30, I fell asleep in my chair, by the way. And Leanne's like, Mom, 9? Really? So they watched the first two and a half episodes while my hands were unwrapping. So, but I didn't feel bad. I told them I stitched for 5 hours already. So we literally could watch 5 episodes free, like that I don't have to stitch. But I'm ready to stitch because it's after 11. We had croissant. Well, okay, so these are Danishes from Costco. I have never had Danishes like this in my life. It's like a sweet croissant around the edges. Well, the whole thing is, with the thing in the center. I could eat these a lot. They are so, so good. I don't know if I could go back to store-bought Danishes, you know, like the pre-packaged. Yeah, these are like really good. The only thing, I don't love the icing, so I picked the icing off the edges. I don't know why they felt it. Well, I guess Danishes do have icing, but it's a little much for me. So anyway, I had half of that with some coffee this morning. I'm ready to go. I had 2 cuddle bugs on my lap, both dogs. And Lauren is going to, I had gotten those AMO colors that go with the CXC floss, the 1 through 35. My labels, I don't start until 11 and only went up to 24. So I feel like, I don't know if I'm just missing stickers. Anyway, Lauren is winding those for me today because I'm using CXC, but I had also saved them for 24 hours of cross stitch. I didn't know because I'm going by what was called for WIPGO. Starting, and then I will let you know. I'll bring it back when we have a break or I switch projects. I apologize, I've been sneezing a lot. It's this light in my face. You hear Paris tinkling around down here. I apologize. I will put a before picture in because I didn't show you Cozy Cafe. So sorry, this sneezing's crazy. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna go back into our episode. And I'll be back. We are halfway into our 24 hours. So we have gotten through 12 episodes of 24. I stitched most of them. And I have hit 1,500 out of 2,000 stitches for Cinderella. So no, you don't see Cinderella yet, but it's a nice solid block. So I'm really happy about that. I have a good solid block of color there. Probably going to be more 939 and 310 tonight. That's probably going to be my next 500 stitches. And then I will move on to Brew Can Do It. I didn't bring it down because I showed it already. And then once midnight hits or tomorrow, whatever comes first, I'll probably show you where I stopped for the evening. And then I will stitch my 200 for Cinderella, which I need to take upstairs with me so that I can do my daily 30 for Saturday. I did get on Zoom for a little bit. Somebody was Zooming with me from work, so that was really nice. Of somebody I had not talked to before. We just kind of off and on because since I'm watching shows with my daughters, she was at work. We actually messaged back and forth, and then when we had a few minutes, we would turn on our video and chat. So that's pretty cool. So I guess we'll be back, but yeah, Paris saw me pick up my project and she's like, boom, I'm out of here. And down she came. Hey, why are we looking to floss? All right, we'll be back. Hi, it is Saturday morning, so this is our second official day of 24 hours of cross stitch. I think we've gotten in about 14 hours. We have, I think, 10 episodes left. I stayed up until about 2 a.m. Just chatting on Zoom with Tiffany. If you're interested in a new Flosstuber, she has one. It's called Tiffer's World. And the girls went to bed earlier, and I actually wasn't stitching. I was drinking my decaf and winding down. And then So I'm going to start my Cinderella this morning, but I did finish my 2,000 stitches in my stained glass Cinderella. This is a chart by Creatively Crafting, Amanda Dion. It was a stitch along. She sells them individually now, I believe, or you can buy it as a set at a discount, and she emails them to you monthly. But I have all of this done. It's pretty solid. I really enjoyed working on it. But, you know, it's time to move on. I have to get my 200 stitches in. I didn't bring them down because you've just seen them. But I got my 200 stitches into, or I'm going to get 200 stitches into Cinderella on the Steps. And on, then I have to start my 800 on Brew Can Do It. That I want to get done by the week. So this morning, or before we went to bed last night, Leanne's like, can we go to Chick-fil-A for breakfast? Yeah, how do I say no? Like, they're spending the weekend sitting with me, watching movies, or 24, while doing their own thing, but for me to cross stitch. So, yeah, okay, sure. She's like, what time? I said, oh, let's go at 9. Because I wanted to make sure we are up early enough to get started stitching. And she's like, are you really going to be up? Hopefully. So she came in my room at 9 a.m. and I'm in bed. I'm like, give me 20 minutes. And she was complaining. But Lauren went ahead and got her shower so that we can hit the ground running. I already ate. I have my iced coffee. They have good vanilla iced coffee. I don't like their real coffee. Their real coffee is like, ugh. And I worked there. I made it. There's no good way to make their coffee. Or at least the one at ours. Like, I know that sometimes they have local blends. This one is semi-local, and he does all of the Chick-fil-A's around. Anyway, didn't have any time with the dogs. So we get home with the food, and the dogs are sitting, one with Colleen and one with Leanne. And I'm like, okay, why have I not? Every morning the dogs sit with me. I pull out my phone, and I'm like, I'm going to go record. Somebody took off running. So we said, is it food or my adoring fans? And my adoring fans, her adoring fans, won, didn't they? Yes. For me to be on video is better than trying to beg food, because we do not share our food with our dogs. So I thought it was pretty cool that she wanted to come spend time with you all and sit in her chair. Yeah? Do you have anything to say? Because I'm ready to go stitch. Well, my hands are not quite ready yet. So Lauren had wound some of my CXC, so I'm going to go put it in the box in order. Because I had gotten those ammo numbers. But my stickers started at 11. So 1 through 10 are still not bobbinated. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right. I'll see you in a bit. Hi, welcome back. So this is the middle of our 24 hours of cross stitch video, but we're turning it into our Flosstube video.
Oh.
So, I'll recap everything because I stopped doing updates. Mm-hmm. I had hit my goals, but I ended up spending a whole lot more time on Zoom than I planned on it, but it was so much fun. So, I want to just say thank you to everybody who came out on Zoom and participated. It was a lot of fun, and we got to know some of you a lot better. So it was a blast. And after I said I hate filming a wet hair, here I am again. So you're seeing it nice and styled, and it'll get bigger and crazier as we go. So this is Colleen. If you are a first-time viewer, she is my oldest daughter. Her name is on the channel because we started this channel together, but she is a working woman now. So she does not have as much time to cross stitch, but yesterday she spent
took advantage of it. I actually wasn't lazy and didn't just lay on the couch. I stitched.
Yep, she stitched, so she's got lots to show. Quantity. Yeah. And we're just kind of excited to film an update for you. All right. So this is actually no more updates of 24 hours cross stitch. This is real Flosstube.
Oh, okay.
All right. So new Flosstubers we were watching. Any that you?
I really haven't been watching Flosstube.
No. I have been wanting to give Alma a shout out. I forget the name of her channel. I'll think of it as I go. But anyway, if you get to watch Alma, and I know some of you already do, she is such a sweet, super special person. So she Little Treasures. I don't know. Anyway,
that sounds like Lydia.
No, I know what I know. Actually, so no, this is whatever. But anyway, Alma films in both Spanish and English. So first she does her Spanish video, then she does her English video. Same video 2 times. I cannot fathom that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she films them days apart or no, because she wears the same clothes, like hours apart. But when she uploads them, they come out an hour apart. So she's amazing. I cannot imagine us cleaning all of this up and doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine just...
I mean, we have done it because camera wasn't rolling. Or
oh, yeah. And see, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
When we do that, So anyway, she's amazing. She has tons of different kinds of projects. She did used to focus on full coverage. Now she does a little bit of everything. But anyway, she's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Any new news? Should we tell them about our yesterday? Heading to church?
Oh, heh. So we pulled right out of our neighborhood at the light, and then it sounds like we have a flat tire, and I'm in the back, so I'm like, what's going on? So we just hear the tire just weird, making weird sounds. And there's a screw.
Yeah, well, we pull over. You like take the whole thing away. So we pull over, and there's no flat tire.
Yeah.
So we start off again.
Railroad tracks. He's like, I can't do it. So
he's like, no. Yeah, we turn around, go home, pile into my husband's car.
Yep. Then go to church.
Go to church. Come back. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if we're taking this to the garage to find out what's wrong, we're doing it now because I want to get into my comfy clothes and rest. I'm tired. It's been 24 hours across stitch. I want to get stitching. He's like, okay. So as he drives behind me, he's like, your left front tire, which would be your driver's side tire, is a little low. Let's just go get air in it. Mm-hmm. So we go over to Wawa. He gets air in my tire. He decides to do all the other ones. There's no low pressure signal. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't the problem, but I'm humoring him. Mm-hmm. But on the way there, I was like, it's not so bad anymore. Then when we come home, I'm going down the bypass, which is like a highway, and the sound goes away. But as soon as I pull in my neighborhood, I'm driving slow, I hear it again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because he's like, are you sure you don't want to go to the garage? I'm like, no, the sound went away. We pull in the driveway, and I'm just like comparing tires, seeing something looks different. And yeah, in the tread was a humongous screw. So I get back in the car. I call him and say, meet me at the garage. We go do that. Mm-hmm. He's following me, and he's like, by the way, you need a rear windshield wiper because it was shredded. Like there's things flapping on it. So I called them today, and they replaced that. They fixed my tire because it did not puncture. $20.
They didn't puncture it?
Mm-mm. Oh, it's just down into the tread.
Oh, so your tire's not even damaged. That's why I was confused. Oh, so our tire's totally fine.
Yep. Okay. $20. I was so happy. So anyway, I'm glad we got that taken care of. But we have no car today.
Correct.
But that's okay. We're stitching. Or she's stitching. I slept in. So that's our crazy news. And we do have another chair set up. That's why you're not seeing Paris. Any starts? Yes.
I have planned starts because this is not. I think.
So do you want to show that with plans or starts?
Plans.
Okay. Any finishes? I might have one.
It's so cute.
Are you going to do it?
I will do it at some point.
So this is our Steel City Retreat piece. That's really all it's called. There's not a name to it. I used all of the called for colors. Mm-hmm. I didn't change anything.
It's by Hello from Liz Matthews.
It is by Hello from Liz Matthews. We will be fully finishing it at the retreat. They're providing the supplies. So even though Colleen didn't stitch it, she gets to bring home the finishing supplies.
Yeah.
Yes. So she'll get to do it at her own leisure. I did make slight tiny little changes and not much. There's little yellow dots in the top. Mm-hmm. In the pattern, there was no yellow dots around here. There was no yellow dots in the flowers down there. So I added them. The other thing that I changed, well, not changed. If you look at the pattern, they have a white stitches in the border, but in the model, the white stitching in the border is not there.
Oh.
So I didn't change that. It's just not on the model, and I went ahead and did it. And of course, I added my initials. But other than that, I did as called for. Mm-hmm. Are you going to do called for? Should I not unkit my card and just hand you my floss?
I mean, did they coordinate colors with Pittsburgh?
No.
They didn't.
No.
I might leave the dark color with the matching crow or raven.
I don't know.
And then...
If you're not going to do as called for, and put my threads away.
I like the snowflake colors. Although
Yeah.
I might do a paler color. I mean, what's your fabric? Is it color cotton?
I don't know. I have no idea what my fabric... Oh, wait. Hey, guess what? I might actually know my fabric. You know, I'm supposed to be remembering these things. Can you put your fingers there? Thank you. Okay, so maybe I never made a card for this one.
Oops.
Well, I lied. I have no idea what this is. I was like so looking forward to that because, you know, people are going to ask that at retreat. This is called a Lugana.
I think it's a 32 count.
It looks like 32 count. All right, that's my start. Big deal. My
Finish.
Start. Oh, finish. That's my finish. Whips.
Where's the bell?
That was my finish. Oh, hi, Twilight. Did you like that? I knew it. I told you she would do it.
Oh my goodness.
So Colleen and I have matching Grace Notes. We need to take those to retreat with us.
Yeah.
We have GraceNotesStitchers bags made by 31. And she's got hers hanging on that door. Mine's on that door. And we throw our whips in there until we film. Just so they're all in one place. Well, we used to. Anyway, I pulled mine out and I laid my bag strategically, not throwing it, not being a mess, under my feet. Because I knew that there was going to be a little puppy girl in there. So she is laying on my bag, just like I wanted her to. All right. Whips, you, me.
You go.
Yours is a
You show
climax.
all of yours.
Yeah, yours is a climax. Okay. So this is our
Cross Stitch Nation and the pattern.
our
is
not
right here.
round robin. And I say not round robin. We planned it as a round robin. And instead of sending it to each other, I'm spinning a wheel every other month. And whoever's name it lands on gets to pick which of these girls they're doing, women that they're doing, and what color we are going to do it.
I want to get picked next.
I know. So Carla from Craft Addict K was the first. She chose this character over here. Of course, I wasn't quite there with my border yet.
See, if I don't get picked next, the girl I want is going to be chosen.
Maybe. So I worked last night and I got from about here over. So my border is almost done. I'm going to start up here on the end then with Carla this week. I mean, this is going to be my piece for the week. And she chose purple. So what purple am I going to do, you ask?
Limited edition.
So the called for colors are Weeks, General Art, and Classic Colorworks. So I was like, I'm going to pick one of them. Well, I had a Gentle Art limited edition. That's its name. So I decided that is going to be my purple. I was going to come dig and have people on Zoom help me pick. And then I remembered I got these from Black Needle Society. I had a pack of 3 limited edition that I said I was going to sub in when people called their colors. So it was done for me.
You're like, nobody picked, like, someone could choose green. Nobody picked beige. Was it, do you say beige? You said beige. And then
if you pick beige, I'm going to smack you. And Nessa goes, well, if we do a round robin, I'm going to pick beige just so that you have to fly over to Australia to smack me. So we had fun. Oh, and because the pictures were the cards were really busy, you couldn't properly, and I was sitting too far away, you couldn't properly see my needle minders. That is the gorgeous little Yorkie that my husband bought me. Gina's something boutique.
Gina's Unique Boutique.
Yes, that's it. And then this is the other one. Well, one of the others. First, I drink the coffee, then I do the things. So you can see the needle minder first. And then this is my Cinderella on the steps. And this is my daily 30. I stitched 30 minutes. It's a mess because I'm actually stitching already on it for today. Why I left my graham guard on. I've been getting 200 stitches every single day this month on here. So that has been fun.
I want mine to be done.
Your what? Cozy Cafe? Well,
I'm so bad.
there's only one way to do that.
And like on the fourth part.
So my last WIPCO goal that I had not met was Brew Can Do It by Doreen Jones. This is the Cross Stitcher February 2020 magazine. I totally filled in all of the colors here. It was just kind of a little bit outlined. This was only outlined, and I got all the pink filled in. And I got my 800 stitches WIPCO goal met. I think our Keurig coffee got here because of the noise that Leanne is making up there. She's been waiting for my Keurig order, and I hear somebody on the steps.
Yeah, it was well. So you guys went to dinner last night, and then I stayed on Zoom with, I think it was three other people. There's 3 people, and then 2 got off. So it was just Carol and I. But at that point, before that, because she's making bags for us, there was Star Wars fabric because I want a 17 by 17 bag. So she held them up, and I wanted the one that has the Star Wars logo and then X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon on it. So I'm happy about that.
We had sent a whole bunch of fabric to her and kind of forgot some of what we sent.
Yeah.
All right, so here's Cozy Cafe. I got 300 more stitches in that, which again, I've been using this as for Daily 30, the group.
Is that the one you changed?
No, I haven't changed that one.
Is that
I'm changing the one up here.
One up there.
I'm going to use Nestle's pattern.
Which one's that?
This?
Where's it? What kind of drink?
I don't remember.
Oh, there's just plain coffee? Or, yeah.
Did I forget a word?
I don't know.
Hey, I think I need to go back and look at my pattern. I might be missing a word there because it is a little empty.
I would say diner coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it says diner down there. So I got 300 stitches. This is a daily 30 prompt for me that is stitch 300 stitches on an official SAL. If you aren't doing something that's really slowly, but you're doing a SAL with people, then as long as there's an official hashtag, it still counts. And then my last WIPCO goal, next to last, I guess, was 2,000 stitches into, so you've seen some of this, 2,000 stitches into my stained glass Cinderella. So I got a good solid 2,000 stitches in there. Very, very happy. It is CXC. I am using DMC 4 strands because I'm stupid between here, but it is tent stitch. So 4 strands tent. Yeah, you can't really feel too much of a difference, but it was definitely too thick. To use 4 strands in here was too thick. I'm not using 3 because I wanted to loop start, and to get my regular stitches next to it is a bear. Yeah, it's really a nightmare. So coming in here is not a big deal.
It's a border, and it makes it, if it does, I do.
But I am going to loosely do 2 strands across the top. I already started. And get away from that 4 strand because I don't think it'll be too noticeable in the future.
Oh, you're not going to keep with it?
No. It's too much headache actually because I have to pull so tight. And I am using my DMC cone. So even though I'm doing CXC in here, my DMC was black. This in here though, I am using CXC so that I'm not going back and forth. Do I like CXC? It's okay. I'm not going to complain about it right now. It was horrible to put onto the skein, to the bobbins, but I have 0 problem with it as of now.
How many more whips are you hiding?
None. That's why I was just double checking. I'm good. I've been like solid concentrating, so I'm good.
So I come home from work in the middle of, they're watching 24, so they're in 24 as a cross stitch. And
this was on Friday. No,
Friday.
Saturday. Did you work Saturday?
Yeah. So
this was at night.
Wait, no, I didn't work Saturday.
Yeah, it was Friday evening.
Friday, because I slept Friday. Saturday, I stitched? No? Saturday didn't do anything?
You slept on the couch.
I needed to catch up on sleep. So, Sunday, after church, I felt a little more productive. And today, I feel more productive. Just do other things than just stitch. So, I worked on this. And I hear, because I set my stitchy spot in there over there on Zoom, and I hear them, I listen to their conversations, and then I'm just stitching. So I think the last you saw was just this darker brown up on the, not the very top, just below the cream color. But I've gotten stitching done.
And I'm gonna put this behind just in case.
So
Sometimes it helps.
I did
sometimes
pretty
it
much
doesn't.
all of that. Like, I think I did stitch a little Saturday night. I know I did. I may have had just that done. So I got, boom, that all done on Sunday night. And I just started this today.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went to dinner, we took the younger girls to dinner. She didn't want to go. She actually came over to my stitchy spot and sat on Zoom and stitched. And
Carol had to hear the dogs.
one of my lessons tonight canceled. I have sisters, three sisters, and a mom that I teach on Monday. So that's 4 lessons, 1 family. Well, the one sister is sick. She doesn't want her lesson. So the other 3 are FaceTime. They're not coming because, you know, a sister is sick. So I have 3 lessons that are FaceTime tonight. I have my 3:30 always is Zoom because she comes right home from school. They don't have time to get here besides mom's job. So she is FaceTime and her 2 cousins come after her and they just turned to FaceTime. So I have an hour and a half of my first lessons that if you want to sit in my stitchy spot, you're not sitting in lessons and you can stitch in my stitchy spot unless you want to sit in yours.
But nobody's on Zoom.
Oh.
I told Kara, I was like, I'd probably gone to bed like 2 hours earlier if you weren't there. Because I just felt like you were conversing and having conversations and that, so.
I did make the decision that I am going to place a Dinky Dyes order. So if there's any, especially threads you need, you can let me know because I'm going to order my...
No NBI.
I know, we gotta find out if she has it. I will message her that before I place my order. Because we want to try to get NPIs for...
You have a project, I have a project.
Yeah, I just can't think of the name right now. All right, plans?
Plans. I got to start a project today because on Zoom I was like, oops. Because I talk about the round robin and I'm like, because, was it?
Which we're mailing out in the 1st.
Oh,
we are taking ours. You might be working on yours at StitchCon.
Steel City.
Yeah.
Trying to think. If I just do this motif, that shouldn't take too long. And mine are DMC, so I don't have to worry about doing the whole stitch. And I don't know. This one I had been doing just because of the way it was. I was just doing full stitches. 'Cause I just do that regularly, even though it's not especially floss.
I'm cheating. Go ahead, talk.
So I keep getting this mixed up that there's cross destination that we have to go about. But because Carol was like, how far are you? And I was talking about my progress on that. And then she was like mom was like, she's talking about your cross destination. I was like, I haven't even started it.
So you picked a fabric last night.
I picked my fabric. I had to be a little bit choosier because we're sending this around and people don't want to be stitching on linen or something or higher counts. So he was like, iris is pale purple, a little bit of pink. Is there a tag on it?
Nope.
Yeah, there should be.
If I took it off.
Maybe it was on the Ada. So, well, it speaks for itself. It is our first dyeing
Fabric of
the month. Symphony.
Yep. And if you can't see it real well, it is a purple.
Yeah,
and purple and gray. And yeah, she's got to do her first motif. If I can, if she lets me, I'm probably going to do the next motif even before we hand it off to our next person who is
Can we do all 3?
Well, yeah, they're like go together, don't you think?
I know they go together, but you think you can get that done by the time I'm done?
I don't know. I like this, but I don't like the colors. I really like that one.
If anything, I'd be like, if people want to change color, go ahead because it's purple. As long as it will go with the fabric.
I mean, this, I might go with this.
Irises are purple and there are different colors. Not that I'm going to go and change someone's colors on their project. Like, I haven't gotten permission to do that. Not that I know.
Some have changed and they will tell you what their changes are.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to start with this motif. If I have time, I might do this colorful one underneath. And then we'll hand it off to Hannah and then she'll have 2 to 4 months to do them because she's getting both yours and mine. Anyway, plans. That's your plans? Do you want to show your Cross Stitch Nation fabric?
Yes. So,
or you
Cross Stitch Nation pattern is in here.
Yep.
So, I was like, I looked around my fabric section and didn't find anything. So, I'm like, I don't have fabric. But being that I'm part of a business that's fabric dyeing, you can't say you don't have fabric. So, we come down and I haven't even seen my piece for the month. And it's the pistachio frappe. Is that February? Okay, I said it right.
Yep.
So,
She
because I
found
was
this,
like,
oh wait,
if you
look.
want to change the color to pink, and I think I'll change the border to be blue or something, because I get to stitch everything on this. But I was just like, I want a neutral for it, so. Because, like, your pink's a nice one. The pink ribbon's too bright. Yours is more
Oh, yeah.
I don't say mauve, but like a rose.
Yeah, it is rose.
But still,
That's what it is. It's
great.
rosé. Jobelin. This is Jobelin.
Rosé by... You said it was...
Is it Color and Cotton?
You said Fabrilicious, I think.
This one is not Fabrilicious.
I know it's Color and Cotton, I remember. So,
I remembered all of a sudden. And this is my peachy from Fabrilicious, maybe.
I think that's it. But still, like, the modeling on this, and I just heads of green. It'll go perfect. It's just a good... This was our neutral. Because this was our color. I like this one.
And my plans... Oh, wait. You still have one other thing that you found.
I think I'll just have it as a start for StitchCon.
Steel City? Oh, wait. You need this in NPIs.
I know. So it might be if we go out for just some way we message this person. But I want to stitch in the silks. So I have, because I was like, wait, I want fabric for this one. And then some things I do have labels of what project it'll go for, and some I didn't. But we had this already cut, and it's 40 count. This is, I want to say Philip. It's Andrew. Okay. Yep. So it's so nice. I think the modeling's perfect. So.
Yep.
Is that almost yours plan?
So my plans are bland. As much as I can on Cross Stitch Nation. If this has to go to Steel City with me, it will go to Steel City with me. Because I'm getting Carla done. Cinderella 200 a day until January 31st. Actually, January 27th is when WIPCO is called. And then I will decide if this is going into February or new goal. At least 300 stitches more on this. This is definitely going to Steel City. I want this finished. Because I need to then concentrate on Maple Lane. Once I catch up on Maple Lane, then I can start Red Riding Hood. Also, I bought that kit, so I want to start that more than anything. Oh yeah, you got a tiny little bit of hole.
Yeah. So don't judge of how big my needle minder is and how much you find out. So these scissors I got for my birthday, I think, or Christmas. But for the tips of the scissors, and it's just a nice way to cap instead of slipping it into its little leather thing. It's just like knitting needles. Yeah, it's silicone. A knitting needle, how you just put a point on it I would say it holds your stitches from falling off. But the scissors, I was like, that's kind of small, but it goes right in. Yeah.
So when I say tiny, I meant tiny.
Because I did drop them, but I think it was just like a drop like that or something. But still, it'll definitely protect.
There was another reason behind that.
Not cutting your, I don't know, the kind of metal or,
like that.
I don't know what material they use for because I like those needle binders where it's just a string of the beads and stuff. So yeah, no more cutting. Sniffing them in the beads.
So for those of you who don't know, she did that.
Yeah.
And we thankfully had a viewer who was so kind as to repair it.
And then other one from her on my other scissors. Because I actually have 2 gingers now and a pair from, I think, Hobby Lobby.
And that's what I was going to talk about in fabric updates. I'm working my best to get the new limited edition gingers.
Right.
For these ones, yeah.
Nice.
I still need these pairs, but
you're gonna get a double of them.
I have almost all of them, but she really wanted some for her birthday, so I gave up one of my brand new pairs that I had not opened yet.
Thank you.
But anyway, I'm working on getting 2022. I'm gonna do whatever I can. If I can't bring them in to sell them to you all, I will ask anybody if you want me to order them, and that way either you can pay however you want to pay for them, and I can include them with your fabric of the month if you care to start collecting or just want the new ones. My only haul is my February issue. It came 2 weeks ago and I kept forgetting to show you.
What is this?
February 2022. I just gave you the needle case out of it.
Right. Is this not from, this isn't from Brittany?
Yeah. It's my cross stitcher.
That's what I thought.
I will say that there was absolutely nothing in it that I wanted to do other than.
What is that?
I keep coming back to that. There's just something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Although maybe Jessica Stitches of Sass can help me. I'm not crazy about yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what color is not there?
Purple's gonna be a little. I mean, it'll work.
There's no purple.
Yeah.
Jess happens to. I knew Colleen would like this.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Their Create a Classic series is beautiful. I don't think there's one that we haven't liked.
So the patterns that they show on the back, those are obviously not in it.
No, these are sold by. It's an advertisement.
Oh.
Then there was just one other little tiny thing I wanted to show you. And if you don't want to pay tons to have it shipped over here, then you can get it on Redley, or I buy the digital issues, or I used to buy the digital issues. This goes along, it complements the Grimms that I haven't started yet. It's so cute, but it's to make a pin keep, I don't remember, a keepsake pocket. I love the little key on it. So,
Okay.
whether I'll do it or not, I don't know. Next month, travel around the world in 365 days with our new dream destination. So,
I like travel stuff.
So I might be buying this magazine and getting it ripped out of my hands. I think we're done. Anything new? We have 2 sleeping dogs, so they didn't really make an appearance this time. As Twyla does her little stretching. Steel City, here we come. Like,
yeah, that.
oh, it's coming down to the wire, and I don't. People are asking me how many projects I'm taking. Do you have any plans? I don't know. Whipco has to be called. I'm so thankful we are not leaving before Whipco gets called.
I'm putting that in it.
You don't understand. Whipco. Whipco's my goal, my guide. Like, this is... I hit my Whipco goals. And it is only the 24th. I think I finished them on the 22nd. I'm really, really happy about that because... Oh, well, I guess I finished it yesterday, 23rd. Because no, grab her. She's on a folding chair, but Colleen put the blanket
so she's
over
trying
it.
to go through the blanket, which is gonna make her fall off.
Yeah, she's trying to snuggle into the blanket, and I'm like, it's not the back of a chair. But yes, out of my 3 Whipco boards, I did finish mine.
Wow.
So, all right, see if we can get our little puppies up here.
Happy stitching!